Namaskar and good evening to all of you. I'm very pleased to acknowledge the presence of Shri Digambar Negi ji, Shri Dhyani ji in the audience, Shri Lokendra ji, Shri Dharmendra ji, Danish ji, and other distinguished dignitaries. And also such a youthful presence in this auditorium. I was not very surprised that a girl came and expressed her opinion. And it's indeed a great pleasure to see that we have almost like, I think half the students out here are girls. So this shows the remarkable change we all are having in our society. And seeing you also reminds me of my days when I was also in class 11 and I was studying at GIC Nainital. And with a youthful enthusiasm, desire to learn, but yet when you are in the hills, there is a certain environment around you, you know about the world in anticipation and so on and so forth. Some of the best times, as they say, ever one can have when one looks towards the future. I think some of the ideas which I see today, 9 days, 369 reflections, 7 social startup ideas, unlimited future, and also presence of a psychologist, and so on and so forth. It's indeed must be one of the life-changing experiences for you. See, I can tell you that sometimes when we go through such sessions or such camps like boot camps which was done here, it suddenly changes the mindset because you all are evolving. You will not be the same 6 months down the line. You will not be the same a year or 2 years down the line. And every moment which you spend today can be a moment which can make you reflect and bring a spark in your life. And I think, as Negiji also said, this is the beginning. And maybe some spark gets in one of you and we would see you one of the leaders as we go forward. I saw also some of the words like go back and teach, keep building, stay curious. I will also add 2 words to it. Stay hungry and stay foolish. You would have heard these words. It means you need to have a hunger for success. See, you are not, I can always say that, yes, you did a great job, I think so. But you must be constructively dissatisfied. You must not think कि आपने बहुत अच्छा, बहुत बढ़िया काम किया, बहुत बढ़िया बस और क्या करना है. जिसको कहते हैं कि आपके अंदर एक सार्थक और रचनात्मक असंतोष होना बहुत आवश्यक है. Because you are competing in one of the most competitive times, in one of the most promising times one can have. You know, just some days back, if you remember, when the CBSE website was affected, there was a 12-year-old child, in a class 12th child, who actually presented to the board of CBSE that what were the challenges in that website in terms of cyber security. You would have heard about it, right? So think of it, a class 12 student had got the opportunity to explain in front of such a distinguished audience. So therefore, you are competing against such students. You are not going to compete against students in your own hometown. You are competing against students anywhere in the country. And I can tell you that because my span of work and attention has been multiple countries in the globe. I have worked in 7 countries. I worked across India. I continue to, work across many platforms, including Uttarakhand. So I can tell you very much that आपके सामने जो हमारे जीवन में जो सबसे अवसर का जो समय होता है, one of the best times and also one of the most competitive times. So my message would be happy, learn something, but be constructively dissatisfied. Stay hungry. You have to be very, very hungry for success. It is not possible to succeed if you really want to succeed very high. And I'm sure all of you have big ambitions. Don't you have? I hope so. So therefore, I think this is very, very important. And coming from our state of Uttarakhand, because as I said, I was born here, I studied here, and therefore I always has a, it's my home state. So you always feel very, very special about that place. But as I can tell you that you have to compete against the very best today. And today, if you go for startups, for example, I mean, some of you thought out here, it's not just the jobs are not available and so on and so forth. You need to have a very strong reason, which should not be born out of that I don't get a job, so I got a startup. I met us, last week I was in Champawat, and I saw many young people out here, a little older than you, of course, and they were looking at ideas of how to sell, fruits and vegetables to outside markets and so on. And they had such a desire. So one of them said, "Meko naukri nahi mila, to maine ye shuru kar liya." So I told him, this is not that because you don't get a job and therefore you should do a startup. No. You need to have an ideal in you. You need to have a dream that this is what we are going to do. See, I've been an entrepreneur. I opened a company in 1994 in Calcutta when I was all of 23, very young. And I went to Calcutta and I opened a company there. I left my job. My parents, which were in Nainital, were terrified. Our child who has done IIT Computer Science has gone to Calcutta. And that time, nobody used to travel much. And nobody in my family had crossed east of Banaras. And here I went to Calcutta, I left my job and started that company at that time. It required a lot of hard work. It required immense hunger to make it work. But I was not driven by because I didn't have a job, I was not doing it, jobs are not available and so on and so forth. There will never be enough jobs. But you need to have a burning desire in you to succeed if you really want to succeed in this world. And I thought that I would like to create an organization and employ people and build great value, and of course, it will be sold and so on and so forth, and then it will become very big and so on. And I can tell you, I sold my stake in 1998 in that company. That company is still there, and I learned so many things. When you are on your own, you become more independent. You are the final person. So many things. So it is not just about doing a venture to make some money or because you're not getting a job. It's about learning. It's about developing yourselves. You develop yourselves in a certain way. And that was a time when I closed that company, not closed, I sold my stake in that company. The company is still there in many ways. I can tell you what it taught me is one of the timeless values. Take responsibility for your actions. Be responsible for the outcome. Always look at the results. And I'm extremely outcome oriented. If some result doesn't come out of it, I'm actually very much not too keen on that activity. Because what we need to do should lead to some results. And again, you spoke of AI. I think there was this digital catalyst program and human potential plus AI. I think you used AI for some. I think one of the young business said that they are going to use AI for translation. The other did not mention what it used. What AI did it use? But you have to go beyond that. It's not just about translation. So my message will not be to you, not just that you did well, but you need to do a lot more well if you really want to succeed and compete in today's world. AI is not new. AI has always been there. The term was coined in the 1950s, and it's been always there. As I said, my fourth year engineering program in 1991, when I passed out of IIT Roorkee, almost like this is 35 years back, I did a course on AI, actually, the Lisp programming language. So it's been there since very long. It's not new. Only thing its forms have changed, and I can tell you it's a defining technology of that era. As they say, there is sometimes nothing more powerful than an idea which time has come. So artificial intelligence, because humans have intelligence, and if you just see simply the thing that humans have intelligence, and if you add more intelligence to it, artificial or otherwise, because other intelligence will be like that. How much a man can do? So much. You are only limited by your imagination. So therefore, I think you should learn more and more of AI, going beyond, and you can do that. Don't think you are in class 11. Class 11 is like you are an old student now. Actually, I can tell you that. There's so much you can do at this age. So learn that more and more. And AI is, as I said, it's all about what at this age you need imagination. You need unflinching courage. You need stubborn optimism. I think these are the values you need to generate if you want to really succeed in today's era. Because I addressed the students in NMIMS recently, the Narsee Monji Institute in Bombay, and here I am with you. So I can tell you that children are always, the students are always like that. But you have to compete against the best. So you need to involve those qualities and energy. I think when someone was saying that please come and share your experience and enthusiasm, you should be very prompt to share that. Because moment I remember that girl who said here something, I'll always remember her face for quite a long time. She's sitting there. So she got the spotlight. So she took the courage. She displayed the courage to come here. I think all of you need to have that. Don't leave the opportunity to demonstrate your value, to demonstrate what you can do. And that's the only way to succeed in today's world. You need to have that ferocious work ethic. You need to work very, very hard. You know, at this age also and stage, I can tell you, I really not find many people who can work as hard as me. I mean, I'm very proud of that, and that's why I say that. So, same thing, you have to work very, very hard if you want to do, which is there. And I develop things of fundamental problem solving. And often this, you know, in India, we often say jugaad mindset. You have to go beyond jugaad mindset. Today, the age is no longer of jugaad, you know, and that's why our country's strategic culture also has to change, and it is changing as per our, you know, as the Prime Minister is guiding. I think you have to go beyond that. You have to look at excellence. What work you do you should be able to actually do the very best. And today, I don't know how many of you are doing internet AI course. Is somebody doing a course on AI? Anyone doing? No. Why are you not doing a course on AI? You should do that. And it's all available online. You should go to a website called coursera.org and a website called coursera.org and do a course on fundamentals of AI. It's available online. It's available to somebody in Kenya, to London, to Bangkok, Timbuktu, to Rola, anywhere you can do that. So you should do that. I was in Delhi, in Haldwani, I was talking to a group of MBA students and BBA students. And they were again saying, sir, humko AI seekhna hai. मैंने कहा सीखना है, मतलब क्या available है, सीखो. So you need to be very, very curious, as you rightly out now has said, and learn as much as you can. Which is there. I think this is the age when you can do that. And of course, you showed some of the examples out here of the work which you have done. I can tell you they're good ideas, and you have to also think of in many, many ways, you know, because digital transformation, I have headed digital transformation for some of the largest conglomerates. I was the global head for Aditya Birla Group, a $74 billion conglomerate. And it's not just about technology, it's about understanding culture, it's understanding people, it's understanding processes, and so on and so forth. So it is such a powerful, you know, thing which is there. And globally, as you know, AI is marching forward. The amount of money being spent on AI is humongous. You cannot even imagine what kind of money it is. The entire capital expenditure budget of Government of India is like 12 lakh crore, 13 lakh crores, $150 billion approximately, even less than that now, with the dollar appreciating. And 3 to 4 times that kind of money is being spent on AI. And it's going to really, really change the world, and it's going to create all new kind of jobs, all new kind of industries, extremely important for the economic growth. And any country or any society or any institution which is not really learning AI and working on that is definitely doing a great disservice. So learn a lot and work on every area. And as I said, that I don't know how much you are aware of what's happening on AI, but there is so much work happening on the building blocks of AI, whether it is memory, control, the compute power, and so on and so forth, building data centers. There's a lot of work going on model building, which is there, on applications building. But the great value which India will have, because we cannot really compete and spend hundreds of billions of dollars on building own fundamental models. But you can build any IT application, but unless you use it, it is of no big use. So India's great opportunity lies in actually using AI for our applications, in the health sector, in the social sector, in the education sector, and there's so many good things which are happening, which is there. But we are not doing enough. We need to do faster. We need to do more. We need to use AI more and more at the national level and state level. I hope it will happen. Which is there. So thank you so much for inviting me, and I'm so encouraged to see you all. So happy to see you all. At the same time, my message to you will be that you are at a very important age of your life. That's class 11, I believe so. So next year in class 12, and then you will be in college and so on and so forth. You still have a lot of time. Don't waste your time on many other frivolous things. Building your capabilities, learning to know about what's happening in the world, and be the best in your area. Because I can tell you that if hard work, set your own standards, pursue excellence. Don't pursue mediocrity. There is very little space if you really want to be ambitious. See, if somebody 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, I will tell you something else because he has already gone in his life to a certain stage. But you are still young. You have the opportunity to conquer the world. So I would say, work hard, be stubbornly optimistic, have great energy, and go and conquer the world. Thank you so much.